Today children, I am very happy because you have answered my questions and also you did the assignment perfectly. All the students responded. So I am very happy children, and also I am very eager to teach this poem to you. This is an interesting poem children. Before going to the poem, during this lockdown period, what you people are doing? I know definitely our 10th standard children are learning very well. I am so happy. But as a children, only we can watch what is happening. We can't do anything. We can't change anything. So my first and foremost suggestion is obey your parents. What your parents are saying, you have to obey that. Please stay home. Okay? And use the time fruitfully. Okay? Thank you very much. Now we are going to this poem. This is an interesting poem. Life. What is the poem name? Life. It was written by Henry van Dyke. It was written by Henry van Dyke. See here I have written the poet name here. Henry van Dyke. Henry van Dyke is an American poet, is an American author. Not only a poet, also an educator. Do you know what is an educator? Educator means a teacher, nothing but. It is a teacher. And also a clergyman. Clergyman means in the church. In the church you can see fathers. We are saying only in our church, father is in the church, giving, preaching something. That is said to be clergyman. Okay. See here, Henry van Dyke is an American poet, also an educator and also a clergyman. See here, life. What is life? What is life? Yeah, life means nothing but what we are living. That is life. How we are living, how we are making. See here, the poet Henry van Dyke decides he wished to live his life with happiness. Whether he is facing problem or whether he is leading a peaceful life, he want to be happy. He want to be happy. He want to take everything in the past positive attitude. That is the main thing. The poet decide to live his life fruitfully with happiness. Fruitfully means that means பயனுள்ள அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. உங்களுக்கு புரிகிற மாதிரி சொல்லணும்னா பயனுள்ள உபயோகமாக அவருக்கும் பிரயோஜனப்படணும், மற்றவங்களுக்கும் பிரயோஜனப்படுற இடத்துல ஒரு ஃப்ரூட்ஃபுல்லான பர்பஸ்ஃபுல் லைஃப்பை லீட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்றது தான் அந்த போயட்டோட விஷ். அப்படி தான் நம்ம இருக்கணும்னு அவர் ஆசைப்படுறாரு. ஸோ தட் ஒன்லி ஹி ரோட் திஸ் போயம். நவ் வி ஆர் லேர்னிங் திஸ் போயம். Last class itself I said whatever we are learning we should have to get something, some message from that thing. Likewise only in the unit 1 first poem, this is a memory poem too. For you it is a memory talk. Understand? 10th standard unit 1. Life is the first memory talk for you. See here the first line. Let me but live my life from year to year. See here. Let me but live my life from year to year. That means let me but live my life from year to year means we are passing on year to year. But we have to live our life with fulfillment. Understand? Let me, what we are suggesting, what is our wish? We have to live for that wish. We have to do with forward face and unreluctant soul. See here, how we have to live our life with forward face. We should not see back. Understand? We have to go ahead with unreluctant soul. Unreluctant. See here, unreluctant means the meaning for unreluctant is, I have written in the last, the meaning for unreluctant is willing to do something. Willing to do something. See here, usually if we are writing happy, happy means what will you do? If you are writing unhappy, it is opposite to happy. Unhappy means not happy. We are sad. That is the meaning for that. But see here, reluctant means not willing. See here, the poet used this word wisely. Usually we use suffixes to make opposite meaning, negative meaning. But here the poet used the suffix "un" to make a positive meaning. In this word itself, he is emphasizing that he want to be with positive mind. He want to live happily. This word is best example. He emphasizes everything, whole meaning of the poem in this word itself. This is rare. We won't use this word. But the poet is using "un", the negative suffix, to give a positive meaning. Unreluctant, willing to do something. You can't see these words most probably. Okay. So that is the meaning of the word. Reluctant only we can see in many places. Have you understood? Unreluctant, willing to do something. He used the negative word to make a positive sense. See here. Let me but live my life from year to year with forward face and unreluctant soul. So always we have to look forward, and also with willing to do something. We should have that eagerness. We should not think why we have to do this, why we have to do that, what is the gain for that, what is the loss for that. That is not a matter. This is not a business to get gain or loss. We have to live our life happily with forward face, not hurrying to nor turning from the goal. See here, he determined to live his life fruitfully. Have you understood? He determined, so there is no hurriness, and also he won't turn from the goal. What is his ambition? He fixed his ambition correctly, so he won't hurry, and also he won't turn back, and also he won't turn from the goal. He will reach the goal slow and steady, like Vivekananda verse. Slow and steady, win the race. Isn't it there? Likewise, he is not hurrying to, not turning from the goal. அவசரப்படவும் மாட்டாரு, அதுக்காக ஒரு லட்சியத்தை விட்டு பின்வாங்கவும் மாட்டாரு. நம்மளும் அப்படிதான் இருக்கணும்ன்றதுக்கு தான் இந்த poem. Not mourning for the things that disappear. See the meaning for mourning. Mourning means, hurrying means to do something quickly. அவசரப்படுறது. Mourning means expressing great sadness. Expressing great sadness. That means here, not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past. We have to learn like this. Not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past. See here, what has happened? If you are mourning, it will come again. இப்போ ஒரு டெத் நடக்குது, இறந்துட்டாங்க. நம்ம அந்த நேரத்துக்கு we have to mourn. பட் அதையே சொல்லி அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தையே பேசிட்டு இருக்கிறதுனால எதுவும் நடக்க போகிறது கிடையாது. ஸோ he said that don't think about the past. Let it be, leave it. That's what the poet says here. Not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past, nor holding back in fear from what the future wails. See here I need to explain this with Bhagavad Gita. நேத்தி நடந்ததையும் யோசிக்காதீங்க, நாளைக்கு நடக்க போகிறதையும் யோசிக்காதீங்க. இன்று என்னவோ இன்றே நிஜம், அதையே வாழுங்கன்றாங்கல்ல, அதுதான் ஆத்தர் இங்கே போயிட்டு சொல்லியிருக்காரு. Not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past, nor holding back in fear from what the future wails, but with a whole and happy heart that pays its toll. See here, whole and happy heart. நல்லதோ கெட்டதோ மனசார ஒரு சந்தோஷமான இதயத்தோட ஏற்றுக்கிட்டு, that pays its toll. See the meaning for toll here. Toll mean money that you pay to use a road. Toll gates இருக்குல்ல, உங்களுக்கு டோல்கேட் தெரியும், பார்த்துருப்பீங்க. நம்ம அந்த ரோடை யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்காக மணி பே பண்ணுறோம். அது மாதிரி லைஃப் இஸ் அ ஜேர்னி. லைஃப்பும் ஒரு ஜேர்னி. அந்த ஜேர்னியில் அது நமக்கு பே பண்ணுறதை நம்ம அக்செப்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும். நம்ம அதுக்கு இப்போ நம்மளோட சந்தோஷம் தான் அதுக்கு நம்ம விலையாக கொடுக்கணுன்னாலும் கொடுக்கணும். we should have that sacrificement with whole heart. What is the meaning for that? With happy and whole heart. மனப்பூர்வமாக எல்லா விஷயங்களும் that pays its toll. அதனால் கிடைக்கக்கூடிய எதுவாக இருந்தாலும் அதை நம்ம ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளணும், நம்ம மனப்பூர்வமாக கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்றாங்க. To youth and age and travels on with cheer. To youth and age and travels on with cheer. When no one will remain same. First we have to be a child, then we have to grow, then we have to become a youth, and then last we have to become a aged people. So whatever may be, from the youth age or to the old age, we have to live with cheer. We have to live with cheer. Cheer means happy. எந்த வயசில் இருந்தாலும் சந்தோஷமாக வாழணும் அப்படின்றது தான் அந்த போயட். அதுவும் இல்லாமல் ஃப்ரூட்ஃபுல், உபயோகமாகவும் வாழணும் அப்படின்றது தான் அவரோட ஆசை. I am revising this one. See here. Let me but live my life from year to year with forward face and unreluctant soul, not hurrying to, not turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappear in the dim past, nor holding back in fear from what the future wails, but with a whole and happy heart that pays its toll to youth and age and travels on with cheer. This is one stanza. Have you understood? Have you understood this clearly? Next, we move on to second stanza. So, let the way wind up the hill or down. So, let the way wind up the hill or down. Our ways, here the way is personified as a human. வழியை வந்து ஒரு உயிருள்ள பொருளை பர்சானிஃபை பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. பர்சானிஃபிகேஷன் இங்கே இருக்குது. ஓகேவா? ஸோ லெட் த வே, அந்த வழி வந்து மலை மேலே ஏறினாலும் சரி, பள்ளத்தாக்குக்கு போனாலும் சரி, அப்படியே அங்கே பர்சானிஃபை பண்ணியிருக்காங்க இங்கே பர்சனாக. ஸோ லெட் த வே வைண்ட் அப் த ஹில் ஆர் டவுன். What does mean by personification? Personification means giving life to universal things. Likewise, for our emotions, anything else. உயிர் இல்லாத பொருளுக்கு உயிர் கொடுத்து பேசுறது, இமேஜின் பண்ணி பேசுறது தான் personification. So let the way wind up the hill or down. O'er, see here, this is o'er means over the mountain. The bird flew over the sea. We are seeing only the passing. இங்கே இதுக்கு என்ன அர்த்தம்னா over. While we are whether we are passing rough or smooth, whether our journey, in our journey, if our journey is rough or smooth, while we are passing through rough or smooth places, எதுவா வேணாலும் இருக்கட்டும். O'er means over, O-V-E-R. Okay, have you understood? O'er, rough or smooth, the journey will be joy. The journey will be joy. Whether the way is going up the hill or down, whether my way is rough or smooth, but my journey will be joy. He determined, என்ன கஷ்டம் வந்தாலும் சரி, எப்படி இருந்தாலும் சரி, நான் என்னோட ஜேர்னி ஹாப்பியாக தான் இருக்கும் எல்லாத்துலேயுமே அப்படின்றது தான் போயட்டோட திங்கிங். Still seeking what I sought when but a boy. Still seeking what I sought when but a boy. See here. Still seeking what I saw. Seeking means what? What is the meaning for seeking? Desire. எதிர்பார்க்கறது, தேடல். Sought அப்படின்றது அதோட past tense. Desired அர்த்தம், தேடல் அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். சீக்னா, சீக் past tense, sought. Still seeking what I sought when but a boy. See here, even though I am a grown up boy, if a grown up man, I am seeking from, when you are a little boy, what will you do? You need new friendship. ஒரு சின்ன பிள்ளையா இருக்கும்போது என்ன யோசிப்பீங்க நீங்கள்? நமக்கு நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் வேணும், நம்ம நிறைய போய் அந்த பெஞ்சில் ஏறி பார்க்கலாமா, செவத்தில் ஏறி பார்க்கலாமா, மரம் ஏறலாமா, அப்படியெல்லாம் நினைக்க தோணும். பிகாஸ் அந்த ஏஜ் அப்படி. லைக்வைஸ் அதுபோல் நம்ம ஒரு எதாவது செய்யணும், நம்மளை யாராவது பாராட்டணும், நமக்கு வந்து இப்போ சூப்பர் பார் 3 வயசுல எப்படி இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு பாராட்டினா அப்போ ஒரு சந்தோஷம் கிடைக்கும். அது போலலாம் குழந்தைங்க ஆசைப்படுவாங்க, என்கரேஜ் பண்ணணும், ப்ளஸ் நம்ம இது செய்யணும் அதை செய்யணும்னு. லைக்வைஸ் ஒன்லி ஐ எம் ஹியர், இப்போ கூட நான் அப்படி தான் இருக்கேன் அப்படின்னு ஆத்தர் சொல்கிறாரு. ஸ்டில் சீக்கிங் வாட் ஐ சாட் வென் பட் அ பாய், நியூ ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப், ஹை அட்வென்ச்சர் அண்ட் a crown. நியூ ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப், ஹை அட்வென்ச்சர் அண்ட் a crown. புதுசு புதுசாக ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ், ஹை அட்வென்ச்சர் சேலஞ்சிங் அட்வென்ச்சரஸ், அண்ட் a crown. Crown means what? பாராட். ஓகேவா? Here I have written a prize or position offered for being the best. Being the best. பெஸ்ட்டாக இருக்கிறதுக்கு கொடுக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு ப்ரைஸ், மகுடம் அப்படின்னு கூட சொல்லலாம். ஸோ I am seeking that one. My heart will keep the courage of the quest. Here the meaning for quest is Searching something, searching something, understand? My heart will keep the courage of the quest. My heart has the courage to search something, has the courage to search something newly, and hope the road's last turn will be the best. What the poet hopes, his road's last turn means what? Till the end, it will be the best. The end of the road, the end of his life will be the best. பைபிளில் ஒரு வேர்ஸ் சொல்லுவாங்க, உன்னோட ஆரம்பம் அற்பமாக இருந்தாலும் முடிவு சம்பூர்ணமாக இருக்கும்னு. நம்ம எப்படி ஆரம்பித்தோன்றதில்ல, நம்மளோட லைஃப் முடியும் போது எப்படி நம்ம வாழ்ந்து முடித்தோம் அப்படின்றதுக்கு இந்த போயட் வந்து அதை நமக்கு புரிய வச்சுருக்காரு. And hope the road's last turn will be the best. This poem was written by Henry van Dyke. Who is Henry van Dyke? He is an American poet, author, educator, and also a clergyman. See here, I am going to revise this poem one time. See here, 14 lines. How many lines are there in this poem? 14 lines. Let me but live my life from year to year with forward face and unreluctant soul, not hurrying to nor turning from the goal, not mourning for the things that disappeared in the dim past, not holding back in fear from what the future waits, but with a whole and happy heart that pays its toll to youth and age and travels on with cheer. So let the way wind up the hill or down, o'er rough or smooth, the journey will be joy. Still seeking what I sought when but a boy, new friendship, high adventure and a crown. My heart will keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's last turn will be the best. Henry van Dyke. Henry van Dyke. That's all. Okay, sir. See here. This poem is 14-line poem. This is said to be a sonnet. So that this is a sonnet. Sonnet means 14-line poems are said to be sonnets. Okay, have you understood? The 14 lines are divided into 8 and 6. 14 lines are divided into 8 and 6. The first 8 lines are said to be octave. What is the first 8 lines? Are said to be octave, and the next 6 lines are said to be sestet. Said to be sestet. Poet sonnet அப்படின்னாலே 14-line poems தான். 14-line poems எல்லாமே sonnets. அந்த sonnet அப்படின்னா 8 lines அதில் டிவைட் ஆகிறது 2 டிவைட் ஆகுதுமா. First 8 lines octave and the next 6 lines are said to be sestet. Sonnet means in the Italian word, it is derived from the Italian word sonato. It is derived from the Italian word sonato. That means a little song or a small lyric. Meaning for sonato is a little song or small lyrics. Lyrics means what? வார்த்தைகள் அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Small lyrics. From the sonato only the word sonnet is taken. Have you understood? So sonnet is a 14-line poem. First 8 line is said to be octave and the next 6 line is said to be sestet. Octave, sestet. This is a wonderful sonnet written by Henry van Dyke. Next, we have seen the first 8 lines are said to be octave. What does mean by octave? Octave. Do you mean octave means 8. Octave means 8. In music also, we have the basic sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. 8 are there. In music also they have 8 octaves. Basic music is the 8. See here, so that only see the first one sa and the last one sa remain same. Likewise only here in our poem also first year and the last 8th line also it is ended with cheer. Year and cheer. Likewise only, so that only it is said to be the first 8 lines are said to be octave and the next 6 lines are said to be sestet. 14-line poems are always said to be sonnets. See here, in this poem, See here, this poem has written in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter. Sometimes we can use it as iambic. We can say both iambic or iambic. Iambic pentameter. What does mean by iambic pentameter? A line with 10 syllables. Do you know what is syllables? See here. Okay. For your, how will you syllable this word? Forward. Due to the vowel sound. According to the vowel sound, we have to syllabify the words. Isn't it or not? Syllabification. You know very well. For example, if I want to syllable this, if you want to give syllable, how many syllables are there? Turning. 2 syllables are there. Turning. Disappear. Disappear. You can syllabify here. A-P-P-E-A-R also. 3 syllables. How many syllables are there? 3 syllables. If I am Wales, with, face, 1 syllable. We can't split it. So 1 syllable is there. Minimum 1 syllable we need to make a word. Have you understood? There is no zero syllable word at all. 1 syllable or more than 1 syllable. Have you understood or not? Likewise, iambic pentameter means a line with 10 syllables. Accented on every second beat. Accented means you have to give stress for the second beat. You have to give the stress for the second beat. For example, see here, let, 1 syllable, me, 1 syllable, but, 1 syllable, live. Again 1, my, life, from, year, to, year. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 syllable words, 10 words are there. So this line has 10 syllables. This line has 10 syllables. And also we have to give let me, but. We have to give stress in the second beat. This is said to be iambic pentameter. If you count every line, all the lines will have only 10 syllables. For example, with, 1 syllable. Forward, 2 syllable, 3. Face, 1 syllable, 4. And, 5. Unreluctant, 4 syllables are there, 9 totally. Soul, 10 syllables. So this poem has written in the iambic pentameter. This is a literary device. Have you understood, all of you? It is written in the iambic pentameter. That meaning is a line with 10 syllables accented on every second beat. Accented on every second beat. And also you can observe, I have written all the first letters in the capital letter and also all the punctuation in the yellow color and also all the punctuation marks also. Have you understood? All the punctuation marks also in yellow color. See here, while writing memory poem, these are the things are very important. You have to start all the first letters with capital letter and also you have to use the poet name in capital letter only. Have you understood? So that only I have mentioned, I have written in the different color, L, W, N and everything. And also here, see this line, last line, youth and age I have written in the capital letter because it denoting a particular whole categories, all the persons. The poet want to emphasize that youth and age, so that only he used in capital letter. We have to use like that only in the poem also while you are writing. Have you understood? See children, don't forget, if you make any punctuation mistakes, you will lose your marks. Have you understood? This is your memory poem, so that only I am insisting. Please give importance for punctuation marks too. Next, if you can see, then I have written the last words in different colors to teach you rhyming words and rhyme scheme. Why I have written like this? To teach you rhyming words and rhyme scheme. See here, you have to see the last word of each and every lines and you have to pronounce it. If the pronunciation is same, if it is sounding same, then you have to say that it is a rhyming word. See here, year. What it is? Year. But see the second line, last word, soul. It is not rhyming with, see here, ear, earth. But soul, ul. So it is not rhyming. So that only I have written in the different letter, words, different color. But see here, soul, goal. Soul, goal. It's rhyming. The sound are similar. It gives similar sounds. The last word we have to see. So this is a rhyming word. Soul and goal is a rhyming words. Then you can see here, disappear, appear, ear. So it's rhyming with ear. Have you understood? Fear. See the next line? Fear. It's rhyming with disappear and ear. Ear, disappear, fear. And also cheer. See the cheer. They are rhyming alike. Have you understood? So this is said to be rhyming words. If they are asking to pick out the rhyming words, you have to find out the rhyming words from the last word of the each and every line. If it is rhyming similar, you have to write it. So the rhyming words for this 8 lines are ear, disappear, fear, cheer. Likewise, soul, goal, hold, told. Have you understood? So here, likewise, rhyme scheme means we have to give the alphabetical letters for each and every last word. See here, ear is rhyming. Ear is the first word. So we have to give the A. We should write in the small letter only, children. Rhyme scheme, you should not use capital letter. Please don't forget. Ear, A. Then see here, second word. Soul. It is not rhyming with ear. So I am giving the letter B. Alphabetical letter. Next, this goal is rhyming with soul. So I am again giving B. Disappear is rhyming with ear. So what I have given for ear? The first alphabetical letter A. So again I have to give A. Next to see here, fear, rhyming with disappear and ear. So same A. Whole is rhyming with soul and goal. So B. Toll is rhyming with goal. Again B. Cheer is rhyming with A. So, in this poem, the rhyme scheme is A, B, B, A, B, B, A. What is the rhyme scheme for this first 8 line? A, B, B, A, B, B, A. See here, in sonnets, there are 4 different kinds of sonnets. Shakespearean sonnet, Petrarchan, Italian, that means Petrarchan sonnet, Italian sonnets. But this poem is written in the Italian sonnets only. Petrarchan sonnets. The rhyme scheme for that Petrarchan sonnet is A, B, B, A, B, B, A. A, B, B, A, B, B, A. This is said to be Petrarchan sonnets. This poem is written in that sonnet only. There are 4 kinds. You can learn, if you take literature, you will learn that. This is enough for you, I think so. This next 6 lines. See here, this is one stanza. If they are giving full poem, means you have to take another letter only. If they are giving this 4-line one, means in your exam, you have to start from A only. But here, for whole poem, I am teaching the rhyme scheme. So that, next, down. See this first one, down. Ear, soul, it won't rhyme with anything. It is not matching there. So I am giving the letter C for this down. Next, joy. No, it's not matching. So I am giving the letter D. But joy and boy are rhyming equally. So D. Crown is rhyming with down. So I am giving C. Quest and best. It's not rhyming with any other words here. So, I am giving the letter E. Giving the letter E. D. C, D, D, C, E, E. Have you understood? This is said to be the Petrarchan sonnet. It is written in the Petrarchan form. Have you understood? This is said to be rhyme scheme. See here. Again I am recalling you, if they are giving this 4-line in your exam, means first you have to give A only here. In the examination, you should not give C, because in the start that here C want to come. No, what sentence they have given, that is the first sentence for you. Whether it is in between or in the first, that is not a matter. If they are giving this 4 line means you have to give A first, then B, again A. The rhyme scheme is A, B, A only. But I am teaching whole poem so that I am giving, and also I want to show that Petrarchian sonnets will be rhyme like this only. That 14 lines will rhyme like this only. Children, I have said this poem was written by in iambic pentameter. First, every words are single syllable, one syllable. In the second line, see here, one syllable for this word. Forward, two syllables are there. Face, only one syllable, and only one syllable. Unreluctant, one, 4 syllables are there. Soul, one syllable. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 syllables totally. You can count each and every line, you will get only 10 syllables, children. Okay, have you understood? I think you have understood this poem clearly. Okay, thank you very much. And your assignment, have you understood? See here, your assignment is you have to memorize this poem and you have to recite the poem through WhatsApp recorder, and you have to send to me in the WhatsApp group, everyone. And also you can write this poem 2 or 3 times by yourself. You need not to send that one in the WhatsApp group. You have to send only your recitation in the WhatsApp group. Have you understood? And learn the glossary, learn the memory poem, learn everything. Thank you very much. I hope you understood. If you like this video, subscribe it. Thank you very much.